How's she going right there, eh? It's Denny here from Denny Loves You Outdoors. I'm just behind the house, just to give a little update. I've been working on this little shed, portable shed. I guess this is what I'm building to put my mill in up at the woodlot right beside that large wood pile or log pile I got to get ready to start my off-grid cabin build, hopefully here in a month or so. So what I've been doing, I've been trying to get ready. I have a bunch of logs here in the yard beside the mill that I want to mill up and get out of the way before I haul it up to the woodlot. I'll show you that here in a sec. But I've been kind of explaining in my past videos that and I'll show you at the mill, it'll be easier to see, but right here in the middle of this shed where this angle iron is, that's just kind of sitting there. There'll be two angles bolted to this floor, and then there'll be a big opening or door big enough so that the whole mill can slide right in. And then on this side of the shed, the frame or the base of the mill, that's where that'll be set, and it'll be all anchored together. Yeah, so I built the bottom skids on this are made out of 8x8s spruce. Notched a bunch of 2x4s, rough 2x4s all the way in, notched those in with the chainsaw, like I was saying to Paul from the Bearded Carpenter the other day, that yeah, he makes it look really easy on YouTube. Yeah, so my first couple of cuts weren't the greatest, and like I was saying also, I want to practice my joinery on this kind of stuff. So obviously once the deck is on here, you're not going to see any of that, but it was good practice. And eventually I want to work on my outdoor kitchen, cedar kitchen, before I do the cabin, and that'll be the next phase of this project. So yeah, so obviously I have a bunch of 2x4s milled right there. I'm gonna mill a few more, and I'm gonna frame this in. I think I'm just gonna have like a slope roof. So on this end here, it'll probably be about 7 feet, the wall, and then on this other end it'll probably be 6 feet just with a sloping roof. And then the outside of this will be cladded in with live edge spruce. And basically what I'm trying to do is trying to just use up this material. I got a bunch of logs that I guess I would call them opportunity logs. A friend of mine was building a house and he had to clear the lot, so he cut all the trees down, and I just went out with my tractor and dump trailer and hauled the logs out. So what I've been doing is, so this here's live edge slab. That top piece, I just use that to keep the sun off it. Yeah, so it'll be all cladded with siding like that. So usually what I do is I throw the log down on the mill and cut a couple of boards off it, and then just keep rolling it and making a cant to square everything up. And then eventually you have like an 8x8 or 6x6, and then that's when I make my lumber or my boards, rough 2x4s, 2x6s, whatever I need. So there's a pile right there that I've been rolling down onto this deck, and I have several other piles. I got 3 other piles right up in there that I have to get rid of. So I want to cut all of this, haul it out of here before I haul the mill out of here. So that's the plan. I want to try to systematically do it, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, and then a lot of this lumber, once the shed is done, a lot of this lumber will be used for the subfloor and the roof of the cabin. So every time I go up, I'll have this wood here, and the way it is right now with the price of lumber right now, I'm glad that I have my own wood and my own mill. So for example, here's a cedar log, and that's I'm going to use that for this outdoor kitchen. So basically that's what it's going to look like. The top and bottom is going to be round, and then the inside and the outside will be flat. Here's some more slab wood for the siding. Got a good pile of slab that I got to get out of here. Anyhow, I just thought I'd give a quick little update. I know a lot of people have been asking when I'm going to start the cabin. There's a reason why I haven't done anything. It's really wet and soupy up there. So this week coming, I'm going to head up and I'll be working on grubbing and cleaning up the yard so that I have room to pile all of these logs once I mill them and start stockpiling. And like I said, I want to be all ready and have this shed already hauled up there so that when I'm ready to put this mill up there, I can roll the mill right into it. So for example, like right here on the end, there's a piece of angle here. It's only about a foot long. So this gets unbolted on both ends. And then I'll cut a piece that's about 5-6 feet long. The shed will be attached right here, perpendicular. And then that whole head will just roll right in. So what happens is I believe this deck is something like 24 feet long, but because of the width of the head, which is almost 4 feet, you end up losing that. So what'll happen is that head will be right inside the shed. Then I can roll a log on and then gain that whole length again. So my plan is like I said, I'll brace it here where this log is. I got to mill this here soon, get it out of the way. I'll have a bunch of blocking set up so that if I roll a log on, as long as it's just outside the shed, I can start the mill and then start cutting and then easily be able to cut up to a 22-foot long log. Anyhow, that's what's been going on. If you could, like, share, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching. That's the end there, eh?